Hey, everybody, welcome back to Hold Your Peace. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to us. Welcome back to you. It's so good to be with you. Look at us all here together yet again. Oh, my God. And, of course, I'm with my co-host. It's Kelly Ryan. Kelly, how the hell are you doing?
How the hell am I doing? Let me tell you something. We've got some stories for this intro. I'm doing great. We're fresh off a trip from Colorado, where a lot of interesting things happened.
A lot of interesting people. What an interesting place.
Which I always thought, to be fair, Colorado was where a lot of strange people collected.
Yeah, I think so. I think you can kind of exist out there if you're running away from something a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same sense of Alaska is the same way.
Yeah.
But definitely a lot of interesting characters and but beautiful time. Shout out to the people of Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Steamboat Comedy for having us out there.
Yeah,
you guys are great.
If you're in the area, check them out. It was very, very fun times. Then we got to go to Rocky Mountain National Park. That was very, very fun. Mm-hmm. And just a beautiful, really an interesting, not a long time that we were there, but Thursday to Monday, but really a lot of stuff getting done. And just a lot of whatever. Very confrontational time for some reason. I don't know.
I think people out there, so if you're typically in a ski town, right, you're used to colder weather. They're having a drought right now. And everyone knows that when you get in the heat, people get in the heat, they get a little crazy.
I don't disagree. Everybody is a little, not even in the most negative way sometimes, but everybody there is just a little
off,
little bit off, tiny bit off.
Just a scooch. You kind of have to be.
There's a lot of people there that I like.
You're in a town that is kind of off the beaten path, if you will.
It's fully based on tourism.
The people that are there, that live there all year round, are obsessed with one sport for the most part.
Skiing, yes.
Skiing. And then there's also like no women in the town. It's what, like 10 to 1 or something crazy? So once you get all the men together, no offense, you guys get kind of loopy.
Well, there's these two young kids we went to a bar, Sun Pies in shout out Sun Pies in Steamboat Springs.
We're there every day.
Unbelievably great bar. But we were there and these two kids are, and I kind of want to tell, there's two young kids, they're like 21 something, and they're wrestling too hard. They're wrestling
wrestling in a way that is so stupid. One of them has their head up the other guy's shirt.
And they're wrestling. And I just wanted to be like, man, I know that the goal of you being here is to meet a chick and maybe she'll jerk you off or something of that nature. And you're just, the more that you stick your head up your buddy's shirt, or the more your buddy sticks his head up your shirt, you are moving farther away rapidly.
Yeah.
From a woman touching your penis. And that's kind of the whole goal of you being there.
The issue with there only being one dive in town is that there's no dive for the older crowd.
Yes.
You have to have two dives. One that has a little bit more expensive of drinks. That's for the younger people.
Yes.
Because they're like, oh, we're out, big night on the town, blah, 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 blah. And then you have the bit quieter of a dive that has cheaper drinks, arguably 10 times as sketchy as the first one.
Yeah, there should be a bar that's 30 and up.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
A shitty dive bar in there. Anyway, so these guys keep bumping into our table. They're bumping into us while they're wrestling. And it happens once, and I'm like, all right, they're wrestling. And then they bump into Kelly like 2 times. And so eventually I was fed up with it.
Yeah.
And I go, hey! Like that. I go, hey! Like that. And I go, hey, stop the bullshit. Quit fucking around. I was like, you're fucking knocking into my wife. Fuck off.
And then once he said my wife, it's like these young kids, their brain just switched of like, whoa, a man.
But it was funny because it was like, I was like, and one of them was like, oh, we're fucking, like took his head out of the shirt. It was like, oh, we're bumping into you. And I was like, yeah, you're fucking bumping into my wife, dude. And it was one of those things, I talk about all this on the podcast all the time, of avoiding physical confrontation. I don't want to be in a fight. But I did see that moment, and I was like, this is a drunk young kid, and I could absolutely give him one and get away with it, I think.
Yeah.
And so then
especially in a town like that where people are still beating the hell out of each other and no one's like calling the police. It's just kind of like, yeah, you're at a dive bar, you're hammered, you're acting like an idiot, you might get hit.
So then also, that is diffused, but it's also diffused because Kyle, one of the guys who books the shows there, main guy who books the shows there, stands up and grabs the kid around the arm, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" He goes, "These are the comedians for the show tomorrow night." And then he's like, "Oh, Bruce, his mom owns blank, the place where the show is tomorrow night." And I was just like, this fucking small town shit. And I literally just put my hand down and went, "Yeah, okay." And like literally, without even looking at him, like shook his head. I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you, pal."
Yeah,
it was fucking insane.
So that was Bruce's first conflict of the trip. I need you to tell them what happened with Frontier.
Okay, well, we took Frontier Airlines,
which is like a circus in the sky.
But the way they're perfectly fine.
No, the flight attendants, the pilot, the flight attendant, all that stuff was perfect.
But
fantastic.
You take a flight like that because it's cheap. And with this, we're not making a ton of money, but all I wanted to do was make enough money to cover the flights, cover the rental car, rented a Jeep for a few days. We're getting put up for the most part, cover a hotel one night, and cover our walkabout so that we can go to the national park, see some nature, chill out for a tiny, tiny bit of time. That's all I really cared about with this trip. So we're on Frontier Airlines. The way there is fine. The way back, we're just getting delayed. We're getting delayed to absolute hell. And
when the flight is already at 10:30 at night.
So then it's almost midnight, and we're getting on the plane. We're in the line to board. I'm in group 2 for some reason. Kelly's in group 3. I think I have status with Frontier,
which some might say not a status at all.
So I'm like, hey, I'll go in the very back of 2. You just go in the front of 3. We'll be fine. It'll be whatever. This guy's standing off to the side. I'm in line. He's standing off to the side. They call group 4 to board at the end of the line. It's a long line. The guy jumps in front of me, and I could see on his phone that he's group 4. So he jumps in front of me, and I'm like, I don't even have the time to deal with this. I don't care at all. This like 50-something-year-old businessy looking guy jumps in front of me.
And the gate agent tells him to stand to the side.
Tells him, he's like, hey, go back, whatever. And the guy just scans his thing anyway. And then he goes, what's your name? And the guy's like, just get on the plane. I'm not telling you my name. This older Indian guy. And he's like, just get on the plane. I'm not telling you my name. And then he's like, what's your name? And he's like, what's your badge number? Before he says, what's your badge number, he starts taking pictures of the guy. And I go, dude, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Like, leave him. And also, as soon as that guy started this, I just took my phone and reached around him and tapped my way in, fully making contact with him. And then I don't remember if I brought Kelly up there or I grabbed Kelly's phone and also swiped her thing in. Because I was like, I'm not dealing with this fucking insane person.
No. Well, and so then he is like, sir, just please, like, get in line, whatever. He starts yelling. He's like, what's your badge number? What's your badge number? Bruce goes, dude, he's not a cop.
I'm just like, what are you talking about badge number? You've seen too many fucking YouTube shorts.
That are definitely AI.
Well, also a lot of them are AI, but of, the guys who are, they're doing the thing of they're like auditing the First Amendment, something like that. So we're talking to a cop like, I'm going to need your badge number. And I hear you, dude, fuck the cops, whatever. But this guy's not a cop. He doesn't have a badge number. So I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's a gate agent. It's 11:30 at night. Everyone's trying to get home to their families. Like, how do you have the energy to do this right now?
Well, I was just like, dude, he's not a cop. Get on the fucking plane.
Also, I'll say this too.
I couldn't believe they let him on. If
you're a 50-year-old man taking a picture of another 50-year-old man to get them in trouble for doing their job because you're a loser.
And you're a tattletale.
A tattletale and a loser in every way of your life. You are the reason as to why no one gets along anymore. Because everything now, when you take pictures of people to try to get them in trouble,
I've got something on you.
I got something. You're escalating situations that have no reason to be escalated.
That don't matter.
Then the only reason you're taking a picture is because you're an entitled fuck who heard the word no for the first time in forever.
I also, in the middle of this, was like, dude, we're on Frontier. Just get on. Like, it's fucking shitty. We all know it's shitty. You can't be expected to be treated correctly.
We go down. We get to, because of course it's one of those planes where it's outside of the building, so you have to take stairs from the lot to get onto the plane. So they split the groups. They go, okay, first group is going to get on the front of the plane. If you're row 1 through 18, you get on the front. Second group, if you're row 19 and up, you get on through the back. So they're like, that way, we can shorten this process. Of course, a bunch of fucking idiots that are after row 18 still get on between 1 to 18.
So we board from the back of the plane, and people are boarding face to like everyone's just walking towards each other now.
It's just a huge traffic jam. It's just a plane of, and again, the staff fantastic, but God, a plane full of idiots.
And we're part of it. That's the thing. We're also fucking idiots for being on this plane. But everybody, it was true chaos.
At some point, and I understand, you got to have an option for people that don't have a lot of cash to be able to fly. I get that. But when you're taking an economy flight, it has nothing to do with the actual flight itself. It's all about the people you're forced to surround yourself with.
Pure chaos. I wasn't even angry. I was just like, this is...
I could not stop laughing.
Cackling. Because it was pure fucking chaos.
I will say no one else was finding it as funny as
Not
we were.
at all.
But I feel like once in those types of situations, once you start laughing, you're like, I have the upper hand here across the board.
You can't hurt me.
You can't hurt me.
I just fucking told this guy to get on the fucking plane and fuck off.
Yeah, everyone that's an employee, you're automatically the favorite because they're like, oh, these people are still managing to enjoy themselves. Even though this is hell. I can't even imagine being a gate agent at Frontier.
No. But that's what we talked about too. This is what we talked about. Do you know how much of an asshole you have to be for anybody, myself included, to defend the gate agent? The gate agent is public enemy number one unless you are actively trying to trick them.
Well, because
that's whenever they become your friend.
Yes. I think what we witnessed and what we witness with people like this who are entitled and whatever, we witnessed grown-up versus grown-up bullying.
It was crazy.
And that, I don't know if it's some type of, childhood whatever, but I think you and I just snap.
I just was like, get the fuck off. It was crazy.
My face was bright red. I was getting so angry.
Yeah,
and I was in my glasses, so I'm not going to argue with anyone in my glasses. I can barely see with these things on. You knock those off, I'm not going anywhere.
But it was a whole thing. But obviously, you can look at the pictures. They're on my Instagram or Kelly's Instagram. Rocky Mountain National Park, a fucking terrific, beautiful place. I would like to tell a very short story.
You can tell the short story. I'm not happy about this, and I'm going to let him tell the story, but we do have to get to our guest.
Of course, our guest, Mike Falzone. It's a great episode. I love Mike Falzone. He's a beautiful, terrific man, a very talented comedian and artist. Photographer. But first things first, we're at Rocky Mountain National Park. And if you're listening along and you just want to get more of a better image, you can Google the Bowen Baker Trailhead. Bowen Baker Meadows.
Beautiful out there.
It's unbelievably beautiful. It's scenic. There's tall grass blowing in the wind. There's these huge, jagged cliff faces that are as big as you could imagine. It's raining a rain that you've never felt. It's raining the lightest rain where you're like, it's the most refreshing rain you've ever felt.
It feels prehistoric when you're out there.
Truly unbelievable, the feeling on this trail that we had, that we're just walking. And then we're sitting there and we're watching a falcon start diving in and out of the grass, and he's hunting. He's looking for mice. He's looking for whatever. And we're just like, it's incredible. And Kelly looks at me and she starts crying. And she goes, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. She goes, I'm crying. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And then in that moment lets off, I'm going to say 4 to 7 back to back, just chopper farts. Just bang, 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 bang. And I was like, are you kidding me? We're alone. We're as alone as two people could possibly be. It was just like a
release of emotions and I guess pain. So then he kept saying, anytime we saw something beautiful, he'd be like, are you about to rip?
Because it happened again when we were looking at a moose. You started farting again. We're watching a moose and a baby drinking water from a stream. And once again, it was beautiful. And Kelly started ripping fucking choppers. Just fucking like,
I have stomach issues. We have to go.
What is going on?
We have to go. Please, everyone.
Google the Bowen Baker Trailhead, the Bowen Baker Meadow, if that's something you want to see. But wow, what an episode we have today with my beautiful farting wife and myself. as well as our guest, Mike Falzone, who we dearly love. But shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe on YouTube. It doesn't do it. You don't have to do anything after that. Just subscribe, follow, leave a review. It's little things that people outside of the actual sphere of what we're doing give a shit about, and that very helpful. Get some subscribers on YouTube and the Instagram. And if you have any questions, you can email us at holdyourpeacepod@gmail.com. Other than that, we're going to have a great episode. We're going to have a great time. We love you guys very much. Enjoy our episode today with our fair friend, Mike Falzone.
Bye.
Big blue water bottle. I went to Colorado, and now I have a big blue water bottle.
And all I got was
this lousy water bottle. Look at this fucking thing. It feels good to have.
It's a lot. It's maybe one of the uglier blues I've ever seen.
Is that
in my
true?
entire life.
Oh,
That's like high school mascot.
and what are you? You're the green machine? What's going on your
These
side
are
of the
earth
table?
tones. Earth. There's no. That color doesn't show up
That's
on
cyan,
Earth.
I think.
No, it is not. First of all, he's colorblind.
I am.
Let's just
Okay,
say
that's
he's
what I think.
colorblind.
You don't even know how ugly that
No,
is.
but I will tell you this. So we get to the airport. These are new water bottles.
They're from Walmart.
They're
$10.
from it's not $10. $14.99 for yours. Okay.
I bought them. Who
So anyways,
cares?
so we get to the airport. They're new water bottles. He puts his in his side compartment on his backpack. It falls out immediately.
Yeah, loud.
I
Loud,
go.
yeah,
I go.
Sounds like
put
the
it-
Tarzan camp song. You know what I'm talking about?
I go, put the water bottle somewhere else. I go, put it. It shuts completely. You can put it in your backpack. Put it somewhere else. No. It's fine. Don't worry about me. Okay. All right. Fine. Drops it again.
Of course. How many
Okay.
times?
Who's it to what's it to you if I drop it 50 times?
No, and whatever. But then we're getting on the shuttle to our beautiful Frontier flight,
yeah.
which we'll talk about in the intro. But to our beautiful Frontier flight, and the water bottle falls out of the backpack and goes under the shuttle.
But as you'll see, if you're watching on video, it has anti-roll technology right here. It has a roll stopper. It's been booted like a car in Philadelphia.
Anti-roll technology. It has a lid.
A lid.
And right here, if I was rock climbing, I could attach it to my shorts.
Yeah, on belay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and literally, the woman that's on the shuttle sees me look at him and go, "Oh my god!" And it is like 6:30 in the morning, and I'm losing it.
Every now and then, me and Kelly, without realizing it, will come off as Matilda's parents. And we're getting on the shuttle. My pants are falling down. My water bottle falls. Pick up your damn water. I'm like, what's it to ya? If I want to drop my new water bottle a couple times,
Dude, really good.
bring it in a few. What's it to ya? If I want to drop it, I'll fucking drop it.
I will say there is nothing more fun than having a performative fight in public
Yes.
when we know we're not actually mad at each other.
So important.
But it's so funny because people are like, but we're not mad at each other.
Yeah.
We just think it's funny to overdo it.
Yeah,
We
being
used to stage fights all the time.
being loud in the airport's pretty fun.
Yes.
It's because there's an anonymity to it a little bit where it's like everybody is misbehaving so much that if I misbehave a little bit, what's it to you? Who cares?
It's already peak public annoyance place.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you see how much further
And we were in
they
the
go.
Frontier Terminal, brother. I don't know if you've ever been in the Frontier Terminal.
Never,
You ever
ever.
you ever taken a bus down to my neck of the woods on the other side of the tracks? You stay up there on the hill in your big Delta United Center. Oh, your Jersey Mike's at LAX. You think you're somebody?
Covered in oil and vinegar on the
Oh
front.
wait, well, we have to introduce him.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
our very rich guest, Mike Falzone.
Mike Falzone
everybody
is here.
Yes. Catch me in Sherman Oaks.
We're doing this podcast Mike's way today. That's gotta feel good whenever you ever thought about branding, like taking that a little bit, making your own thing.
Yes.
Mike's way.
Yes. Every person named Mike, a lot of people don't know this, it's like they have a birthright trip to New Jersey.
It's funny. Have they ever done a play on that? The Mike Frank Sinatra. I did it
I want
Mike's
Mike's
way.
way. Yeah.
I mean, his daughter's probably pretty shrewd with that stuff. I even know because I tried.
That's the only reason it hasn't happened.
Yeah, his daughter did The Boots Are Made for Walking, right?
Oh, Nancy Sinatra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy Sinatra. Yeah.
Does your family call you Michael?
Both. It's pretty split. But they did whenever I was in trouble. I was a Michael for sure.
Yeah.
What's your middle name?
Christopher.
Michael Christopher.
Wow.
MC Fouls. That's what they used to call me.
MC, really?
No.
Who's they?
No, they could have, but everyone missed the boat, and now it's too late. Actually,
When were you were Mike? Did you do Mikey when you were a little kid? I imagine.
never a Mikey.
Always Mike?
Never ever a Mikey.
Mike is crazy.
Maybe Mikey from like a fun uncle once in a while, but
Yeah.
never caught on.
Because you know what I've always thought about is people that are called like Mikey or that kind of thing. When do you grow up?
Yeah, dude, you can't be old Mikey.
The only Mikey that I'm thinking of is Mikey McDonald, and I don't think growing up is like a thing for him.
No,
No,
he's like cartoon guy.
Yeah.
he's the man, but he's taking a few up here.
He's like drawing of a football player.
Yeah, he really is. He's so,
Closest I got to a nickname was in high school. They called me Struggles
okay.
for reasons
you
I
a-
will
were
not
you-
go
were
into.
you
Oh, you're gonna have to go into that. I'm so sorry.
I was
Were you
like
a juggalo?
no worse. I'm
Worse?
backyard wrestler, but which are kind of the same. It's kind of the same. But I showed up. I made all the sports teams. Showed up to practice early, left practice late. Got in the last 30 seconds of every game. Something would always happen.
You're like Rudy.
Kind of, but less respected.
Okay.
No one's putting their jersey on the table for struggle.
You never really had your moment in the sun like Rudy did.
Not really. Quitting and having sex with girls instead of playing basketball or baseball.
That's awesome.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a struggle at all.
No,
Yeah.
wait, what was your trick?
Uh,
How are you able to quit the sports teams and then still bang chicks?
I played music.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, I would talk to my parents because they love that I played baseball forever.
Yeah.
And I was pretty good. I made all the all-star teams and I made like junior Olympic teams and stuff like that.
Wow.
And then when I asked them if I could do music instead of sports, they were like kind of heartbroken.
of course.
Yeah.
They were like, as long as you pay for all your own shit, we don't care if you're a piece of shit musician.
Your dad's like, I'm gonna level with you. Do you like girls or not?
And now you're like, I'm a comedian.
Yeah. So you never answered our question.
Wow. Did you have a band when you were?
Yeah, I had a band
I
for
know
a
you had
while.
a band as an adult or as a young adult, but when you were in
Yeah.
like high school, did you have a band?
I was mostly just by myself. I was doing like singer-songwriter stuff. Yeah, no, I know.
You're like
Wow.
you're Mike Mayer.
Wait,
was Mike
were you an emo
Dude.
king?
Not emo.
Really? Happy music? Happy singer-songwriter music?
I mean, I had like wah wah girls don't like me music, but it was never like whiny.
But you were lying. You were crushing.
Yeah, wait a second.
But you have to
Yeah.
trick them into thinking that.
And then they're like, "Wow, I'm the only one."
It's like you ever fake an injury so somebody helps you?
Yeah, of course, every day, every day of my life.
It was my music career was like that. I was like, no one likes me. Right?
Would you bring your guitar to school?
We don't have to keep talking about it. I was guitar in the quad guy for a little while in college. And that's
Guitar
my
in the
fault.
quad?
Sorry. Hit
No.
me with a frisbee about it.
I feel like that's a big move though. Dudes hate that. Chicks do not.
Were you Wonderwallen?
I was.
You
Everyone
Wonderwall.
was Wonderwall. We grew up in the '90s.
You were
like,
Morgan. You were Morgan Wonderwall.
I was Wonderwalling. I was crashing into me. I was a lot of Dave Matthews.
I always
stuff.
forget that you have a lot of feelings. you're a very.
What have I done to made you forget I have feelings? No wonder no one checks on me.
Of course he has feelings. He's a comedian, a photographer, a musician.
I know that.
Yes.
He
But I'm saying-
fucks people.
I do all the feeling
I
stuff.
do all the-
I'm
does
not
all
saying
the
that
feeling stuff.
you're like a droid of some sort. I'm saying that you have this inner turmoil inside of you that requires you to play Crash Into
I
Me.
gotta stop doing I know what I look like jokes. I think that's my problem. I have too many yuck jokes and not as many. Here's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what's really getting to me, man. No, I think it's because you're a very positive guy.
Yeah,
I think you of you as one of the more positive people I know.
that's nice.
But I think that's kind of what I was curious about coming into this podcast. If you think that was a learned behavior, being positive or like non-confrontational, positive, very. You're a very easy person to be around.
I'm an only child and I'm by myself a lot. Me and my wife had opposite schedules to the extreme.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see her for a month coming off, like as of like a week or two ago. I didn't see her for a month because we were in two separate places. Now I go away tonight at like 11 o'clock at night and I won't see her for another month. So I just have time to like think about stuff and like zen the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I have all these, like, I'm Northeast Italian. I hate so much.
Yeah.
But I have heard myself say it out loud, and I catch myself in conversations where other people are saying it out loud, and I'm like, there has to be more to life than just listening to people's fucking dumb horse shit. Well, so much of it doesn't matter. But I listen to this show.
I was about to say, don't stop listening to this with dumb horse shit.
No.
Please.
This is designated horse shit space.
That is true.
Not when you want to. You show up to the Comedy Store and you want to have like nice, relaxing night, and then like this doesn't matter, and I want to talk to you about it for 3 hours. That bums me the fuck out.
No, that's what this is all about. Bitching about nothing and times. I think a lot of this, I'm trying to, more we do it, the more I'm like, it is funny because it's kind of just telling stories of when people were completely wrong.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, oh yeah, here's the time I was completely wrong and I acted like an absolute fucking dickhead.
That's nice. That's introspective. That's growth.
I think it is. Yeah. Because I almost even forget that you are this East Coast Italian person because you have a very, what's the word I guess round quality to you, if that makes sense. Very smooth. You have very.
I stopped eating bread.
Like no, you have very smooth edges in the sense of like you move in a way that I'm like, damn, dude, Mike is the fucking man.
Well, in regards to like an Italian fuck, like, and because I've seen so many. I would say, like, there's a certain type of aggressiveness that is brought to every conversation that you do not bring.
Yeah.
However, if I'm like, hey, Mike, get a fucking load of this. I know that you're going to be on the same page.
Absolutely.
But it's not the inherent, like, you're not being a douchebag across the board.
That's why I was asking, and I've talked to a few people about this, of, like, people that come from certain places. Like, we were talking to Dan Donahue, and he's from, like, a part of, I guess, Cape Cod, but like really it's more rough and tumble. And I was like, I feel like it's probably a learned behavior to not be forward with the, like, not just emotion, but like all that
I'll
shit.
say this. When I moved here, I got a job at this, it was like YouTube's version of SNL. It was called SourceFed, where we were in like an ensemble thing, and we did sketches, we joked about the news, like all this stuff. And I would make the mistake of joking around with my peers, like I joked around with people on the East Coast. And very quickly, I found out that people don't joke like that here. And they were like, "Could we talk to you about how like you make us feel when you joke around?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm in a different." That was like my culture shock. Moment.
Yeah.
I think I had that a little bit too. Of like, I think when I first came down here to like do like open mics and stuff, when I would first come here, I was like, oh, this is a totally, and I see it now when like younger comics from like Bakersfield will come and like I'll see them, I'll put them on little shit at the Comedy Store and they'll go up and I'm like, damn, this is like it's a learned thing to do comedy, not in like the very specific place like Bakersfield, and not like you're going up there and be like, these fucking people like that.
No,
like,
but it's a moment you have to have, and it makes you better.
Yeah, but it is a learned behavior of like, oh, I have to do things a little bit differently here for people to accept this.
Yes.
Yeah.
My thought was that most people are very soft.
Yeah.
Not like natives to LA. They're
right.
normal.
Yeah.
But the people who move here to be the loudest, most obnoxious versions of themselves from places that aren't the Northeast, I have found are soft. Chicago is like that you have the most leeway with Chicago people and people from where that understand you, where you're at. And then pretty much everybody else, I was like, oh,
yeah,
but I think
it happened to me. Dear friend Nikki Bond. I had no idea that this existed. I had no idea. For years, she thought I hated her. For years,
and she might think I hate her now.
What all that happened was she showed up to the Comedy Store. I guess one night I was also there, and I said hi to everybody, and she was like, "Oh, hi, Kelly," and I go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me take." I go, "That's right, Queen Nikki Bond. Hello, how are you?" And I was just joking. And then for years, she thought that I hated her, and I was like, "I don't remember.
I don't recall that.
Because that's such a normal interaction that we would have. That's why I love talking to you. And we've discussed little like Northeast isms that are very like prevalent that people here don't know how to take.
Yeah.
Also, so Nikki was at the store the other night, and I immediately asked her about her child.
Of course.
Because she has a beautiful child.
Yeah.
And I was like, how's your kid? And she looks at me, and she goes, you don't always have to ask me about my kid. So what do you think I did?
You said, fuck, your kid sucks?
I literally said, you know what, Nikki? I don't give a fuck about that. And then I just walked away, and she was like, I didn't give it time to like backtrack or be like, I'm just fucking around. Yeah. I literally looked at her as I walked out of the conversation. And she looked at me like, and she couldn't believe it.
Well, I think it's like, to me, I go, if I can make fun of you, if I can joke around to you, that means I like you.
Yes.
I wouldn't be doing that if I didn't like you.
Would not waste time.
I tried to explain that to her. I go, I would not have been like, oh, please, Nikki, but I would have been like, oh, so sorry, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I clearly felt comfortable enough to make fun of you.
Yes.
Yeah. But to her, she's like, what the fuck? And that's a lot of people here. They're like, why are you making fun of me? And I'm
because
like,
I want to stay in a conversation with you.
Yeah.
If I legitimately don't like you, I'll do whatever I can to be out of the conversation.
It's just zero.
I flee the scene.
Yeah, but if I'm making fun of you, it's like, now you go and we're going.
Yeah. Let's start it up a little bit.
It's like, now do me. You hate on me.
Yeah. But it's also kind of the same thing where it's like, I could not see you for like weeks, and then I'll go to the Comedy Store and you'll be there like doing, shooting something, whatever. And it's like, rather than be like, man, Mike, it's always so good to see you, I very much, without even thinking about it, be like, geez, always fucking right in the middle of everything, huh? And then just like, we walk, I won't see you for another week after that.
Yeah. And that's all we need, dude.
Yeah.
Little touchstone.
Always right where you fucking need to walk, aren't you there, Falzone?
The only other main culture shock that I feel here all of the time is how slow people are walking. That's the one thing where I pull out I'm walking here.
Yes.
Yeah. See,
no, thank you, dude.
No, thank you.
I take a moment, like where we were, maybe it was when we were in Colorado or somewhere else, where I was getting a coffee or something, and people were showing no urgency in any matter, and I was like letting it get to me for a second, and then I was like, wait, no. People move differently, different places.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I need to not be like, let's fucking, this is okay. It's not their fault. They don't know. Like,
no, yeah, it is.
It's a little bit, but it's like, it's just a cultural difference. If people are like, chill and whatever. It might, yeah.
There's a warning system. I shoulder checked somebody so hard at the Improv last night because I was trying to get upstairs, and it was a man. It was a full man with gray hair on his phone, and I said, excuse me, I got to get past you. That's one.
That is one.
Hey, excuse me, please.
Low and outside.
Dotting
the corner.
You do not get more than two.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm going through you.
Coming high and inside.
And then because he kind of heard something, he heard some sound at some point. I shoulder checked him, not soft. I went through the man, and he goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I was on my phone. I'm like, dude, I know. Bye-bye.
I know that you're on your phone. That's not the question.
Yes.
Do you think that, so I guess, do you often find yourselves in situations where you're kind of checking a stranger?
Like doing camera stuff or in general?
In general. But
yeah.
in general, I think it's like, what is your confrontation style, but it's like, do you find yourself
direct?
Do you find yourself not kind of, I guess, another thing of that too, of like, how was there ever a point where you were like, we're kind of same thing, where you moved out here, you're like, okay, I need to kind of soften up on certain people.
Yeah.
And then you were like, okay, so I need to not, like, kind of what is your line now where you're like, a stranger's bothering you, this, that, or the other, or like anything's bothering you, where you're going to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to act on this.
I couldn't tell you the solid line, but I know it exists.
Yeah.
And I know that if it impedes my day or my peace, you're getting it.
Yeah.
But there's so much of me that will do anything in my power. This is like the grown up rounding out part.
Yeah.
There's so much of me that will change what I'm doing so that doesn't have to happen. And that's my gift to the world. And then if the gift becomes not an option, or if it's unavoidable, then you're just going to get it how anyone would get it.
Yeah.
Like in traffic, if somebody's window is down, I'm like, good, we can talk. You're a fucking piece of shit. When people are in my way and they don't move, that is humongous. And you're a grown-up.
You're direct with like, hey, fuck you.
I give them warnings.
The warning system.
No one's ever like, I'm innocent, I'm just taking in the world, and then they get full wrath.
Yeah.
Right.
You get warned, and then if you do not heed the warnings, then you're like, think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're back here.
Yeah. Allie and I are big, we give a, excuse me, and then it's a, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. Jesus.
And the thing is, like, what?
Yeah.
What? And you can't, it's not like I'm targeting you in particular. Like, if they turn around and like, whatever, be like, oh, I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I'm saying that out loud.
Dude, I walked into Ralph's the other day and there was an older woman approaching the exit as I was walking in with her cart, and we did one of those like, which way are we going? And it was nice for a second. I was like, oh. She was like, oh, okay.
There's one or two too many of those. That's where it goes.
Yes. Yeah. And then I went, pick.
And you stood still. And you're like, now you go.
You go.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. In regards to that kind of stuff, like let's say you're in a grocery store with a cart, right lanes.
Hey, brother.
It's
There's two choices, and one of them is right, and you can also do the other one.
You can also do the other one and just do that, and I'll be all right, whatever. But if you're like, whoa,
look at us. And if you're parking the cart in the aisle, you better be fucking touching the beans. I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
You better be all the way to the goddamn side.
Beans.
Touch the beans.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know, this just reminded me.
You better be touching beans.
I don't think I have the like. I'm like so weary constantly of trying not to get my ass kicked. I think that I don't have the like whatever to be like, you motherfucker, in traffic. But like this happened to us a few weeks ago where this guy in like a Ferrari or something was just like pulling out in a weird way, and he got in front of us, and then we were right next to him, and I just rolled down the window and went, hey, it's your world, man. And I just drove out like
anybody with a nice car can get it.
Yeah, that's
anyone
good.
With a nice car. This is like one less warning for anyone with a nice car or a Tesla. They can get it immediately.
They're losing.
Also, white woman in SUV.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
Can get it immediately.
Hey, you're not.
Yes. You're half of that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm half of that.
Small SUV.
I got a small SUV, whatever. And I will say this, though.
White woman Suburban.
Yes.
You know what
I know what car you're talking about. I know exactly what
Connecticut lady.
Literally, Connecticut lady who thinks that she, I think what happens is women, a lot of women, I would say white women in particular, they have a family, and they go, me and my family are the only thing on this entire planet.
We're the safest people on the planet.
They literally, so they're like, I'm a rock star. I have 18 kids in my car. They're going to soccer.
And a big Diet Coke and this and
big
a
Diet Coke.
tank.
Everybody out of my way.
I drive in a room.
Yeah, literally.
I drive a room around town.
I drive a room around town, and I'm the baddest bitch alive.
Yeah.
I've made it. My husband works all week long. I never see him, thank God. I have this whole family, whatever, and I'm queen of the fucking world.
Yep.
It does feel good to drive a big car, though, and it does.
Of course.
Driving a big car makes you act a certain way where you feel as though you're like, well, I'm gonna win this head to head here with most things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts a chip on your shoulder of like, I'm gonna do this,
and I will knock it out.
But I will say this: if I see one of those bitches on their phone texting and there are kids in the car, I'm screaming.
They get it.
I'm screaming. They're getting it. You're getting it. I don't care what is going on. If you have kids in the car and you are texting and driving,
Idiot.
you better not drive by me.
Idiot. Sorry.
I always
Idiot.
thought it would be funny to in the car, because this is more whenever people were talking more on the phone before Bluetooth was more popular. I would always think it'd be funny to bring a like a corded phone receiver with you, and then get up next to him and do the act out of slamming it shut, like hang up the phone, like that. I'll hang it out the window and clap it together.
You're 30 miles an hour, no hand on the steering. Hang it up. I'm proving a point.
So much worse than what they're doing. They're barely distracted. I'm hanging out the car, like I'm sitting on top of the car while it rolls in neutral, going, hang up the fuck.
This to show you.
You're doing like a presentation about why it's bad.
Yeah, dude. Holy fuck. Yeah, I mean, it is funny because that's every person that has come on here that's been like, I don't really get angry about this or that. I'm like, well, you scream in the car, and they're like, I scream in the car.
Everybody screams in the car.
It's you
have to.
I've
blow
done
up.
I think that's partially kind of, this might be a good argument for why people in New York are so agitated outwardly.
No car.
There's no place to scream. There's no place to cry. There's no place to
You can't even
eat.
do it in your apartment because the next person, thin wall, and
they don't
you're
deserve that.
you're in a 4x4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drive. You have a room that goes around town, and this is my room, and I can
my room.
scream in here. It's soundproof
That's
for
why
the most
tourists
part.
get it so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tourists around 42nd Street, walking here, they get it so bad.
You can just pick up on it and be like, you motherfucker.
Dude, a tourist with a roller bag looking around.
You're swiping to hit their bag. Yeah.
Fucking move. Over to the side.
There have been times where I've driven like an hour and a half to a show, and I get there and my voice is gone because I've just been screaming bits in the car the entire time. And then I get there and I'm like, hey, everybody.
Yeah, okay.
What happened to you?
Kelly's here.
I'm like,
Northeast Kelly's here.
So then how outward? I mean, let's talk, I guess, more about the outward stuff. Of when was the last time, or when was like, I guess that you. I mean, we've talked a lot about getting into a stranger, but you've been thrown out of like not physically, but asked to leave an establishment.
Yeah.
As an adult.
Yeah.
an adult?
As an adult, no, not as much. I'm very like aware of. I have a big heart for like service workers.
Yeah.
I don't want to annoy. I don't want to make anyone's shitty day at their shitty job worse. That's not fair. Like, especially because we're blessed with like a hard but a very like nice, rewarding, fun job.
Yeah.
So I don't want to make like anyone who works at a restaurant, anyone like folding clothes, I don't want to make their shit worse at all. So I don't get thrown out of establishments as much as they did teens and 20s.
Teens and
Where'd
but
you get
teens and
thrown
20s
out
all the time.
at teens and 20s?
We were talking about the sports center.
Oh, yes.
Before.
What happened
Throwing
there?
out a mini golf. There's one hole in this particular sports center in Shelton, Connecticut, where if you hit it hard enough, which I did, the mini golf ball will go into the driving range. And then we go screaming, just so people could see us, just so visibility is high, to go pick up our bright orange ball in the middle of the
driving range.
People launching balls out of the driving range and then hitting it on purpose from the driving range over the fence, so it makes a funny noise hitting off of the ice rink.
Yes.
Needed to happen.
That place sounds incredible. The driving range is
So much fun.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but you're
this place
wreaking havoc
is
in a
the
place like
best.
that. You're cannonballing into the bumper boats. You're fucking.
Anything golf related, anything being like a degenerate piece of shit around like people trying to golf.
Yeah, it is.
It's so fun.
There's an extra level to it that is very funny.
Yeah.
Well, because they're trying to be like peaceful and focused. And
That's
whatever.
like their day off from their kids.
Yeah.
And then we're here being like, I bet I could break that one. I bet I can make a funny noise if it hits the building.
It's funny because that's why it'll never get old videos of people hiding in a bush with an air horn. It's objectively fun. Or just bothering people while they're golfing. But even now, there's a golf course I play whenever I'm in Bakersfield where there's one of the holes is way up on a hill, and then like 200 yards out is the aqueduct, which is not super wide, but it goes from like Sacramento to whatever. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm obviously going to hit it over the highway into the aqueduct. I'm going to grab any ball I can find. I'm going to hit 5 or 6 into the aqueduct if I can.
Such a boy thing to do.
It's awesome, yeah.
I don't doubt that is like that spans gender.
Yeah.
But it's like, you ever see those videos online of like somebody drops a block of ice?
Oh, yeah.
And it shatters and like boy stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Hitting something over something is like, we need to prove that we could do it.
There was an abandoned house that was like half burned down on my street growing up, and we would fucking torture that place.
Yeah, dude.
We'd go in there, and obviously there's fucking porno mags and shit in there.
But what right do you have being a window on a dilapidated
I think there's a natural part of destruction that boys enjoy that girls do not. I did get in trouble at golf camp, but for bullying. I didn't destroy
you gotta
anything.
do something.
I didn't destroy anything, but I
destroy someone's will.
Yeah. I wasn't mean. It was just she was really good, and I was like, oh, I'm so fucking good. Oh, I'm the one. I'm such a good little golfer. And I was like saying it to Allie, and they pulled us aside, and they were like, if you're gonna be doing this, you have to leave. And it was also, I said,
give us your visor.
It was literally a girl that I liked too. But I was just being a dick because I sucked.
Was she sad, or was she like?
She was like, what the fuck?
She got it.
Yeah, she knew I was being a jerk. It was like the first time that I was bullying out of jealousy. You know what I mean?
You came alive. You're like, this is something.
Yeah, I think I also like made fun of her hair too. Like I was like, oh, I'm curly headed and I fucking golf well.
Yeah, I get her, dude.
Such a jerk.
Get that fucking bitch.
And I'm in like a little polo and a little skirt. I'm just,
What about?
I'm gonna cheer my husband when I go.
oh, I'm so good at golfing.
She has an SUV now. You know she has an
Oh
SUV.
no, her life is great. She was very popular, great at like every sport she tried, everything. An incredible artist. I mean, honestly, someone that you were probably similar to.
But how's the home life?
Honestly, her dad was a dick. Her dad was like the kind of like he was always coaching and very like you need to be the best of the best.
Sad.
Yeah, but yeah, he doesn't know what he's got. That's what they should do on
the whole family was great at sports.
Yeah,
the whole it was crazy.
Look, there's a give and take. Because if you want your whole family to be good at sports, your dad has to be kind of a dick.
You have a terrible childhood.
And then there's going to be a little twerp at golf camp that makes fun of you for being good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose dad is pretty cool.
Oh, my dad is pretty cool.
Yells.
Oh, my dad makes me do things.
Hit. Oh, my dog, you don't play good.
You don't play good. I get hit it.
The flashback of this is so much darker than it actually. Kelly's like, that was just like nice hair or whatever. But Kelly's over there be like, oh, if I don't, my dad's going to wrap the glove around my head.
I'm not loved at home.
Oh, we're going to McDonald's, but you have to eat vegetables. Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's so funny.
Sorry.
I mean, it is funny because most people that I know, I think that's there's no in between on that. If you have a over like a hardcore dad like that, it's either you're fucking awesome or you turn out fucking awful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's so hard to have nice, well-rounded, like soft parents, but to be good at sports.
Yeah, of course.
It's like no kid has that kind of drive.
Yeah, that's right.
No kid's like, I'm staying in tonight. I'm working on my swing tonight.
Yeah.
My parents just made fresh lemonade and I'm gonna work on my swing. That's what Owen Smith has a great joke about it, where he's like, my son said my son's playing football against white kids, so he thinks he's good, and then he's like, I don't want to be good, I want to be the best football player ever, and Owen's like, well, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm like, I can't be here if that. It's so fucking funny, but it's the truth. Good. It's like, if you have zero dad whatsoever, like zero, like that kind of thing, you're like, I'm gonna fucking prove a point.
Yeah.
But if you have like soft parents, you're like, well, why would I? I don't know. My parents are so nice.
My parents loved that I played sports.
Yeah.
But because they weren't like a drill sergeant,
they didn't coach or anything.
They coached, but just because like no one else would.
Yeah.
They're like, we want all the kids to have a good time type shit.
See, my dad.
My mom was a coach too.
My dad coached, but he was also ripping beers. My dad would coach, he'd rip beers, and everybody loved my dad. Like, it was always, I look back on this now, but my dad is overly familiar with people. And he'll sit, like, we were laughing really hard because we were in National Park the other day in Colorado, and I had these binoculars, and there was these little kids that were there, and then I was like, it's a friendly thing. I was like, hey, why don't you go ahead and we were like, do you want to, or Kelly, me, one of us.
Do you want to look through the binoculars?
There's a moose right over there.
Look at these kids.
There's a moose right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're right there. We're like,
we're handing binoculars to adults, being like, look at these kids.
Check out these kids.
fucking kids.
They're by the lake.
But we were like, there's a moose over there. We're looking at it, and that's people. You got to bring binoculars, so they're all kind of squinting, and we're like, here you go. And I was laughing all day to Kelly. I was like, imagine if I was like, hey, Peckerhead, you want to check out this? And it was making me laugh so hard because that's literally, my dad would do that.
Peckerhead is so funny.
My dad would call people Peckerhead. He'd call people Double Bubble. He'd call people.
It's been crazy. He called me a bunch of names when we first met, and I was like, is this normal?
Yeah.
And his sisters were like, please don't judge Bruce for what's happening
Bruce
here.
hardly says any
No, I'm the
names.
softest one. And my dad.
That is true.
Dude, my dad would like. There was like, because he would help with like the softball teams too, and there'd be like a big girl. He'd call her Double Bubble. He'd call her all this stuff. And there was I remember vividly. There was a Latino kid on my team, Anthony, who was big, fat, very fat young kid, and my dad would call him Milk Dud. And he would be running the bases, and my dad would be like, "Come on, Milk Dud, unhitch the trailer, Milk Dud."
Dude, so good.
And dude, and all the kids and all the people were like, Greg is the fucking man, because he's cursing at him, and not in a way of like, what the fuck are you doing? Just like having fun, and all the way, like having this realization of like looking back on it, of the same thing where all the parents were like, oh, this is a little much. My dad would get in trouble for smoking on the field.
Smoking and coaching kids is that's such a bad news Bears type
And
thing.
we were always pretty good, and it was fun because it's fun to win.
shush it away from our faces.
Yeah, he would be on first base wearing a straw, not a cowboy hat, but like a straw hat with a band that was like a bunch of fruits and stuff. That he would
What?
He would literally. I'll show it to you next time we're at home at my parents' place. He would call it his coaching hat, and he'd be out there like shorts and K-Swiss, and he's fucking doing all these things. Where his big goal, where he would be like, guys, look. We have to be good and solid, but what we're gonna do is put the onus on them to make mistakes.
So
he's
smart.
like, we're fucking, and it's fun. It's a fun way to play because he's like, we're stealing bases, we're doing all this.
Yeah.
Like he's taught us all
Make
how to
them make the play.
Yeah, he taught us. Literally went to a dumpster at a practice and ripped a big cardboard box out of the dumpster and put it on the thing and taught everybody how to slide head first.
Stop it.
Like third grade, not even third grade.
Yes.
And it's like
Now this is gonna hurt.
yeah, it's literally, dude, literally that. Ripping beers, smoking cigars.
Good.
What is we've added a couple of questions to our page. Did you send him the newer stuff?
I think so, yeah.
I do have a question because it seems like you've changed a lot from when you were younger, not as causing as much of a ruckus,
Yes.
maybe, perhaps.
The ruckus is
What
hidden.
is something that, like, when you were a teenager, like in your 20s, you were diehard, like you had a harsh opinion that now you've like flipped? Or you've just been like, that wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was?
Like a more classic pet peeve that now you're like, oh, that's not as big of a deal as I thought it was once.
Yeah, or maybe when you were younger, you hated gay people and now you're fine, or like.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of gay stuff. Dude, now it's so funny. I used to have jokes about how, like, just the ratio of gay friends to straight friends is, like, so wildly out of control. Like, I knew maybe one gay person growing up.
Yeah.
And now it's like most of my friends are gay. I'm like, you guys are my only straight friends. It's wild, but I never hated gay people for any reason.
Yeah.
I thought they were gross, sure. but no, there was never any hatred. I was always pretty open-minded. I would say the biggest, like, I can't really point to one thing, but the biggest shift in general has just been, like, having more grace for people. I don't always need to say everything I'm thinking to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, special people get to hear what I think about stuff.
Yeah.
If you're average run-of-the-mill person, I think it's a byproduct of, like, we doing what we do have tens of thousands of acquaintances.
Yeah.
And there's, like, different tiers of acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
And being out sometimes is so much of a soul suck and an energy suck just trying to be social.
Yeah.
So now it's like not everyone needs every grievance.
Yeah.
You know?
I completely agree with that. I used to be very like, if I had an issue, and I mean, sometimes, you know, I'll come into the Comedy Store still heated and I'll walk in, I'll be like, get over, gonna fucking,
Sit down.
but I've gotten a lot better about who that kind of energy can go. It has to be someone that I'm actually friends with, who actually knows me and whatever. Like, for instance, the other night I was talking to a close friend of mine about something, and someone came up and they were like, what's going on? And I was like, it's not for you.
Dude, that's
Sorry.
maturity.
Bottom
Nice.
line. Because everything, like, you just don't know how someone's going to take something that you say and spin it into being even a bigger deal than it was, or they get information wrong and they're talking and talking. Like, the way that things catch fire in
Yes.
our field is crazy.
But I think, you only learn that by getting burned.
Yes.
So you get
Yeah.
burned and you're like, man, if I could have just shut the
should've
yeah.
shut the fuck
I wouldn't
up.
have ruined that
I
relationship.
could have
Yeah.
just shut the fuck up. And
There
then,
was-
like, because if you get confronted with something, like, not confronted, but, like, someone's like, hey, what the fuck? You're like, well, I didn't really say it like that, but, I said that.
But now
Like,
you have to do all this, like, backtracking. And now you have to, like, defuse the whole situation and,
Yeah.
like, go back and put yourself in the mindset you were in 3 weeks ago when you said something you didn't even think about.
Yeah.
To let everyone know you weren't upset.
Yeah.
Like, I had a situation at the Improv. I've been performing at the Improv for fucking 14 years straight.
Yeah.
And one of the managers thought I was mad about something. It was either a manager or a sound person. And it got all the way back to Rita, the booker. And so she sat me down the other day. She was like, were you upset about something? And I said, Rita, I've been here for 14 years. I don't think I've ever had a problem with anyone. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever had a complaint. I was like, if I had a legitimate complaint, I would
Yeah.
talk to someone about it and try to figure it out. There would never be a situation where I would say something shitty and stew about it
Yeah.
and make it everybody else's problem.
Yeah.
And then, so now I, like, watch myself. I went in to host a show, And I went into the ticket booth, and I said, "Give me the ladder in the ticket booth." And they were like, "What do you need the ladder for?" I said, "I've never been on this marquee ever. Tonight's the night I'm putting myself on the marquee." And so now I got to be like, I know that at least some of them know I was joking.
Yeah.
Because they laughed. But the one person who's like new
Yeah.
is like, "Oh, Mike Falzone is like that." You know?
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to like go back. I just want to be who I am. I don't want to have to go back.
Yeah.
So I watch what I say a little bit more around certain people.
Yeah.
I think that's very much a learned thing, and I've like definitely gotten better at. Where I'm like, man, I want to fucking. There's so many things I want to. I'd say, oh, I want to fucking say this or fuck this person or fuck that or this. Yeah. I'm like, but that's all that's gonna do is be. There's nothing positive is gonna come out of that.
Because you either watch and you're mindful. Or you truly have to let go of caring at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in between. Really.
Right. There are like certain things that you will not hear me speak of in the slide. I will not talk about my family. I will not talk about him. There are certain things where you're like, you cannot even give an inkling that there's an issue of any kind because like, let's say like you and I got into like a dumb argument and I was talking about it at the store.
That's not an everybody thing.
That's not Now all of a sudden someone hears and someone goes, "Oh, Kelly and Bruce are having an issue." Whatever. I heard them. It's like there's
now we're Tom and Christina.
Yeah. There's certain people you have to keep like at just a very close bay. Like no one can know if Allie and I get in an argument. Because if Allie and I get in an argument, first of all, it's a 10-second argument, and then after that we're like, you know, we're crazy.
Well, you're sisters. You know each other like no one else does, especially being twins. That's insane.
Well, that would be like a thing growing up where like someone would be better friends with Allie than they were with me. And like, let's say Allie, and we learned this very quickly. If Allie and I had a fight, then the other person would be like, you know, your twin sister's kind of a bitch.
Oh, I've always thought you were the real star.
Yeah. But they would do that. They would try to come in between us because they were like, oh, this is my moment to bring up, to remind you, hey, your sister. I've had boyfriends do that before of being like, they didn't get along with Allie. So then anytime Allie hurt my feelings in any kind of way, they'd be like, you know, like maybe you need space, maybe whatever. And it's like, actually, no, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Like, she's fine.
People try to do that, but then they don't even realize that their own relationship with whoever they're trying to like bond with is fleeting.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you do all this work to drive a wedge between people, and then 3 months later, you're not even friends anymore.
Yeah.
You just have this like shitty residue.
Yeah. You're like grasping at a ledge that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh no, this happened not too long ago. I was doing a don't tell, and basically one of the producers that was running it, they had a thing in the parking lot where the gate closed right at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And the show was running late. And so I go, hey, the gate's gonna close for the lot. Not a big deal.
Oh, I like your sister so much better. Allie would never.
Allie would never. So I go, hey, the gate's gonna close, and they're like, no, it'll be fine. I go, no, I'm telling you, we got to find somebody because or else you're gonna have all these people in the show that get out and their cars are locked in the whatever, right? So then, like a week later, another don't tell producer is like, hey, did this producer say something to you that was really wrong? I go, what are you talking about? I go, I just said we got to get the gate closed. But that's how quickly it changed.
And people love, because it's such, I'm not going to be the person to talk shit about LA. That's not what I'm doing right now.
No.
But because it's such a look out for yourself social climate thing, people latch on to these little things like, oh, I have a little bit of leverage because I know this about an argument.
So now I can fucking, that's my next ledge.
And they use it, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the little, you ever go to a rock climbing gym?
Yeah, 100%.
Me neither,
Yeah.
but you know what they have.
But yeah, it's literally like, that's the next thing, and I can pull myself
No,
up
it's
by
literally,
that.
that's what they
Right,
do.
yeah.
They'll be like, hey, I heard you had a tiff with so-and-so. You know, I always thought that they were kind of shady too.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I can trust this person, which you can't.
You can't.
And you should not do
That's
that.
the first person.
Yeah, that's the first person, because the second then you do something, then they're going to run to the next.
Dude.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. But with the right people, there's nothing more fun than like,
Oh, no. If you're in a
Once
trusting
you get
environment, it's all, you can shit talk whatever you want to do.
You know what part of it is too, and it's not even using it as like a way of being like, oh, here's my ledge. But when you see somebody doing that thing where it's like, not like they're gonna tell me this and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to tell the whole world. But there's sometimes people will be telling me shit, and in my head I'm like, I would never tell you this.
Why are you telling me this at all?
I would.
Oh, you like me that much?
I was like, dude, I can't believe you're telling me this right now. That's crazy.
Well, especially when you're like, I've never told you anything about me. Why are you telling me like such a ridiculously what I would say personal story?
Yeah.
Like,
because they need that.
I guess.
They need a person occupying that position.
Yeah.
It's honestly this weird chess thing that some people think they're doing in their mind. That's like, it's fucking.
Like if I give her a piece of information, she'll give me a piece of information, and that's typically not true.
No, there's a vetting process.
Yeah.
I can remember 2 instances with you in particular where I was like, okay, we're gonna be good for a long time.
Yeah.
There was learning that you were from Connecticut.
Yep.
And then hearing you speak. I was like, oh, okay, I get this person. And then, I don't know if you remember this, but in the kitchen one day, we had the yeah conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And then I remember being like, okay, she's a real
You
one.
both just yeah at each other.
We
to death?
literally, we went back and forth, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you say, just out of curiosity, if you're in a situation, you're in a conversation where you don't agree with the other person, but you don't want to make it, like, known. Like, I think everything you're saying is bullshit. You don't have to do that. And it's just like, yeah. Or saying, like, sure. I say sure. Sure. Like, I disagree with what you're saying, but I'm going to let you finish so we can have, like,
and
leave,
it's kind
but
of
not
like
abruptly.
It's like a, sure, you feel that way.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not in a court of law. I disagree with you
Yes.
10 times out of 10.
I'll hear you out though.
I'll let you finish
crazy
talking
fuck.
Yeah.
before I leave.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
And a sure is also, because sometimes I'll say sure to him, and he goes, sure. Because he's like, that doesn't mean you're excited about
you
it.
pick
And
up
that's
on it after a while.
He figured it out. But other
Yes.
people will be like, oh, she agreed with it. I'm like, sure doesn't mean that.
You know, I've
Sure
realized
means sure. For whatever you're saying, okay.
Yeah, fine about what you're saying.
My bad habit thing of saying is like it just could be as easy as anything. It'd be like, oh man, this pizza's so good, and I'll go, of course.
Yeah, he says, of course.
Like, duh, of course it's good. It's fucking, this place rocks. But I don't mean it in a way of like, of course, are you fucking crazy? You think
Yeah.
No, I'll say
That is what it sounds like.
Yeah, of course.
I'll say something that it's like
I'm
not
working
necessarily
on
like
it.
a fun fact, but like some information that maybe there's really no reason for him to know exactly what I'm saying. But I say it and he'll go, of course. And I'll go, how would you know of course? This is like there's no
You didn't even get the full version.
no.
Just of course.
But of course.
Me too. I
agree, but that's my one thing where I'm like, all right, I need to make sure I'm not of coursing everybody.
Yes.
Not of coursing
Yeah.
the whole world.
Like I'll be like, oh, I like the Odyssey. Of course.
It's awesome. It's a
What?
great movie. Of course it's good.
Yeah, but what?
It could be taken, dude. I would think like, of course you like it. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Of course you like that bullshit, but I'm like, of course I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
How could you not like it?
Of course is so instantly condescending.
I'm
Yeah.
really.
Like, I know
I
this
agree.
so much that it's weird that you don't know.
Well, so let me get your opinion on this because okay, so the other like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we're out at do you know Mix Bar in West Hollywood? Do you know this place? Anyways, we're
an
there.
Irish pub.
It doesn't matter.
I don't go to those places.
We're there, and I say
You
the
want to
guy.
talk about pet peeves, dude? Irish people.
Hey,
Sorry.
so the guy drops off the drinks, and I go, "Oh, thanks, dude." And Allie goes, "That doesn't come off as you think."
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, dude. And I go, what do you mean? And she goes, when you say thanks, dude, to a service industry person, it's a little dismissive. Just say thank you. Just say whatever. And I go, well, I'm going to ask him. I go, I'll hear you. You work in service industry, so okay.
Yeah.
So I go, well, I'll ask him.
Barkeep.
Hey, get back over here.
Saya. So he comes over, and I go, can I ask you? I go, when I said thanks, dude, did it bother you? And he goes, well, I didn't really think of it. He was like, but it's not my favorite. He goes, it's better than like a thanks buddy.
I was about to say,
or like something
buddy
like
is the
that.
ultimate
Bud buddy, right?
condescension.
So I go, okay, like Allie, I guess you win this round, whatever, right? So this weekend we're out in Steamboat Springs, and we're at the bar, and some guy kind of like handed me something. I forget what it was, but I literally just said, thanks, dude. Now, I've had a few, okay? The dude is flying.
Sure,
I don't fucking,
Natural dude.
And he's not a service industry guy. He's just a regular guy.
This is also one of the
dude.
This is also one of the stupidest people I've ever met. But he will tell you, and he did tell us how he's the smartest person we've ever met.
Yes.
And that's how you
So
know.
he goes, do not call me dude. He goes, you're a woman. You either refer to me as sir or mister.
Whoa!
And now-
you did what?
I was just
He
like,
was talking to his
Popeye
friend.
sleeves?
I was
So
like,
he's-
I was like, just kind of monitoring the situation.
Well, because I know better.
Where is Steamboat
Then
Springs? What year
Colorado.
is it there?
Yeah. So I know better than to get into a fight with a man at a dive bar
Sure.
at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I go, hey. I didn't mean nothing by it. I go, I'm from California. I go, I get called dude all of the time. I was like, I thought nothing of it. And he goes, well, I'm from North Carolina and we don't call each other that. And I go, well, again, I'm so sorry. I go, it's not a, I was like, I wasn't trying to slight you in any way. And he
This
goes,
also isn't like a distinguished gentleman. It's like a guy who
Yes.
drinks a lot of Monster Energy.
Also,
Yeah.
like a guy from North Carolina in Colorado
yeah,
is still trying to like uphold.
I have no
the
idea.
Confederacy.
Like, I don't know what's going on, and so they're closing the bar, and so we go outside, and I just said, I go, again, I'm sorry, I go, it's not a slight towards you, and he goes, well, have you seen The Big Lebowski? And I go, yeah, I just watched it the other night. And he goes, well, you know the dude in The Big Lebowski? And I go, yeah, and he goes, he's a loser, and I go, okay, I go, I was like, I wasn't calling you a loser, and he goes, well, I'm not a loser. He goes, I'm not a loser. I make $200,000 a year. And I go, all right. And he goes, I go, well, what do you do? And he goes, well, I work for a contracted thing. He goes, I actually got the job after I got out of prison. You want to know why I was in prison? I go, sure. And
And I'm just kind of staring at this guy like,
well, you're talking to the pizza guy.
but I'm also at the same time, his buddy was the guy who makes pizzas up the mountain.
Dude, you're
Yeah.
talking to the pizza guy like, what type of pepperoni you got?
Yeah, I'm over there, and he's like, I've been in prison.
In there.
So anyway, he points to his hand. He has a scar on his hand. And he goes, I got into an argument with a guy. He stabbed me in this hand. So I pulled the knife out, and I stabbed him in the neck. And I look at him, and I go, fair. And he goes, I knew I liked you. What? What kind of flip is this?
180.
What is this? So he goes, yeah, so I went to jail for 7 years because I stabbed him in the neck. But then once I got out, and I'm standing there and I'm just like, thank fuck that I didn't mouth off to you.
Yeah.
Because if you really are that crazy of a person, which this story could have been fake, he could have fell on a
No, he
nail.
was a liar
like, who
guy.
fucking knows?
Also, all people want to do is talk about themselves.
yeah.
That's what
Dude, if
it was
you're
a
ever
very
in some kind of a dust up, just get them to start talking about themselves.
It's so funny because especially in a situation like that, I'm like, man, I have no interest in telling you anything about me. Not even because you're being a crazy person, but it's like, it's just the type of dude. He has a backwards hat on. He definitely loves Monster Energy
There's no
drinks.
room.
There's no room.
He's like, I got an IQ of this. I make this much money. It's like wearing shorts with like DC. I'm trying to describe the type of
Wearing
dude.
soaps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
literally,
hung
like-
out at the gas station.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
His buddy was a nice guy, nice humble guy.
Yeah, he was
he's the
chill.
one. We had a show up the mountain the next night, and he was up there making pizzas. I saw him. We had a good time.
So my question for you is,
Uh-huh.
when you hear dude, do you think anything of it at all?
No, it's such a nothing word.
Yeah, it's nothing at all.
Also, it's like, I say dude to start a sentence, most of my sentences.
Yeah.
So that's on me.
So Allie, last night, because I told her this story, she said, well, I think that you're accustomed to dude because most of the men you know want you to feel like you are a dude and not a lady. And when you go to a bar where people don't know you, they see you as a lady, not a comedian and not a peer.
I see.
Which I don't...
That makes sense.
But now I'm going to sound crazy, but I'm like, I don't want to be seen as a lady.
Well, because people are at that bar to try and finger somebody, and so it's.
But
like,
if you're good, get that in. If you're at a bar, would you call a woman dude?
I would because I would want it to be known that I have no interest in fingering.
See, that's
you.
what I think too.
I don't finger dudes.
I think
have a
if I
shirt
call
on
you
that says,
dude or man,
I'm not here to finger you.
if I call you dude or man, I'm looking for friendship
Yes.
only.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I am maybe the wrong person to have this conversation with because everyone is dude and everyone is brother with me also.
I love brother too,
I do friend. I'll be like, excuse me, friend.
Friend is nice.
Sorry, excuse me, friend.
That's comforting.
especially if they don't speak English.
Oh no! If I'll hit my
I know that one.
to any bartender, any Uber driver, anybody, I'll hit him with my friend. Hey, my
nice.
friend, how's it going?
Yeah,
Hey,
you
my
fix
friend.
their cell phone?
Yeah,
Send them on their way.
I do want to get to this.
Put in their
'cause
SIM card. Get out there.
Body.
This is a newer question that I actually really like. If you're like have an issue with somebody and you're like, I have to, even if it's a friend or a this or a that and anybody, and you're going to confront them, do you go text, call, or wait till it's in person?
If there is a text or a call, it's to organize an in-person meeting.
And they don't know that you're going to.
No. I'll tell them.
Okay.
Like, we need to talk in person about something. And then they'll go, is it because last night I did...
Do you think that part of you, even subconsciously, does that to give yourself the upper hand on like, hey, we need to talk about this in person? Because now they're like, oh, fuck, I got to go talk to them about this.
If I don't think about confrontation in terms of who has the upper hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I have something to say or not? And also, like, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. That's what being married does to an Albanian. You got to be aware of when it's your fault.
Tell him the skills you've learned.
Admitting when you're wrong.
I'm pretty good at all these things.
I know.
I have an
But
Albanian
also,
wife,
through therapy, I've also recently learned that she can be wrong sometimes.
Whoa.
And that has changed my life.
Fire your therapist.
say,
That is not true.
Do you want the timestamp for
I
that?
did. We actually don't talk anymore, which is unfortunate. But he did embark that little knowledge on me, and I'm very thankful for that.
What does he think? He's setting you up for death.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm fine.
I'm ready to go.
Whatever happens, happens.
How long have you guys been married for again?
It's going to be 10 years on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
That's so exciting.
2016.
Wedding.
Yeah.
You guys got married on a Thursday?
Yeah. Every Thursday.
I don't know. But Thanksgiving's always a different day.
I actually fucked up last year because I'm just an idiot. I was wrong. And I thought our anniversary was like 2 days later than it was because I'm so fixated on the Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it has to be Thursday. And she was like,
Oh, no.
I'm going to therapy.
That's so. You know what happened to us this year was obviously our first wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
And it was close-ish to Kelly's birthday, so we did a whole thing. We were all in Vegas. So we're all in Vegas. It's our 1 year anniversary on the second or third day we're there, and we had a pretty long night the night before. We ended up. Me, Kelly, and Joe Carl were out till I think 7 in the morning gambling.
I got a massage at they're gambling, and I'm like,
dude, I was winning so much money playing roulette, and it's 6:30 in the morning, 6 a.m. at the roulette table. It starts to do the turnover where people are coming in with coffee, and me and Joe and Kelly are still there, like, and we're winning a good amount of money.
Yeah,
and
pushing stacks.
Yeah, we're at like the Win or something. We went to a nice place, and the lady comes by to do like who does the table massages, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, good. She's like, okay, you want like 15 minutes or 30? I was like, 30 minutes. And so Kelly is like, they give you like the pad, so this woman's just beating up on Kelly for like 30 minutes while we're playing roulette.
You have like a yardstick of a drink in your
yeah, a huge hand grenade. Has a necklace on it. But so we the next day obviously weren't feeling our best and brightest, and we are there, and we're just kind of strong. I was taking so long to meet up with the group that I kept sending. I was like working my way back to health. And I was sending pictures of quarterbacks and football players coming off the field with the thumbs up, like on a stretcher with the thumbs up, like, I've got this, I promise.
Yeah.
And then we were at dinner that night, all of us, and we're talking.
And he's dressed, mind you, we also chose a theme for the night where we're all dressed up as fruit.
Oh, yeah,
he's in a full banana costume.
not a banana costume.
Banana-themed hat, shirt.
Sure.
He has bananas all over.
I look like I'm on a safari, but I'm
like
wearing...
Curious George's guy.
Yes.
Yeah, but I have bananas all over my body.
Yes. Everyone
Yellow
looks
bucket hat.
He looks the most insane. And we're like looking at the menu, and I feel like shit, and I look up and I go, oh my God. I go, happy anniversary.
Shit, before we get any further. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then I
That's a
left
good
dinner because
story.
I threw up in the bathroom.
Well, you know.
What are you going to do?
Whatever, dude. That's great. What a good crew, too.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
full banana.
Yeah.
But I cannot do anything to the degree that I could do 10 years ago.
Absolutely
What
not.
was I thinking?
What
was I thinking?
But in the moment, what a good time.
In the moment, sure. In getting that massage,
I had
Yes.
to
good.
wake up and I had to drink a huge electrolyte like extra electrolyte,
Like a Pedialyte?
Gatorade in the shower, door closed, pitch black. I had to disassociate for an hour in the shower to be like,
Yeah.
I had to leave my body and come back.
Dude, they hit different.
It was.
I went downstairs,
crazy
had a
bad.
twisted teeth, thought that would fix anything.
Did
Didn't.
it? More
No.
sugar?
Oh no! I was fucked.
Dude.
Holy
Yuck.
moly.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We can get some positive stuff here, Mike. When you were a kid, was there like a dream birthday party you wanted, or a dream birthday party?
Anything
you had?
wrestling themed.
Really?
Anything that was like at somebody's house who had a trampoline and parents that didn't care about us.
Wow. Yeah. Did you have a
Would've
trampoline
been-
at your house?
Did not.
It
Was not allowed. My parents knew exactly what I would do with that.
We weren't allowed to have a trampoline either.
No, it was like dangerous. There were
Yeah.
two schools of parents. Either you don't care at
Yep.
all, or you have other kids.
Yep.
So if one broke his neck, you could be like, well, Jamie's doing good. Or there was, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, you can drink in the house or you're safe here.
We had a,
Yeah.
we had a trampoline with no net or padding.
Damn, dude.
Exposed spring.
Yeah.
And I was getting absolutely DDT'd by my cousins.
Of course. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
But then, was there one that you had? Because you might be the least. I didn't even know that until today. You might be the least only child I've ever met in my
A
entire
lot of
life.
people have told me that my whole life, which is, I take that as like a
Maybe the biggest.
Do you have
compliment
badge
could
of
possibly
honor. Yes.
Gotcha. So a lot of cousins,
I have some cousins.
and then were you around them a lot growing up?
Not a lot.
Did you just have like a lot of friends and stuff?
Yes.
Gotcha.
A lot of friends who also had tons of brothers and sisters.
Gotcha. Were you on like a cul-de-sac type of
Neighborhood
thing?
watch.
Neighborhood.
I was on neighborhood. I was on the
Or
board.
were you friends with like a lot of kids in the neighborhood?
Yeah, my first like group of friends was cul-de-sac group.
Yeah.
And they all had brothers or sisters that
Yeah.
we needed to learn how to like either tolerate or watch out for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just had that in different parts of town.
Yeah.
So then, was there the party you wanted was just like a wrestling theme thing? But was there one that you had where it was like, this is fucking awesome?
Probably. I have so many. A lot of my memories have gone.
I've gone.
They're gone.
They've
dude.
perished.
A lot of my memories are just like things I think may have happened.
And then you start. The more you remember, you're like, yeah, I don't even. That's very funny.
It is crazy that our parents probably put in like a shit ton of effort to have these birthdays or whatever, and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
And they're like, really? Because it cost me $500.
Yeah, I'm sure I had a good time that day. Why do you need me to like thank you every
Forever.
day?
Yeah. You should have written it down, taking more pictures. I don't know.
Yeah.
We had a
yeah.
kick-ass luau one time.
Whoa.
And we had a moon bounce one time.
That's
Wow.
fun.
Yeah, love a moon bounce.
I don't know what it is. I think that moon bounces and like bounce houses and water slides have become very accessible. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now my sisters, and they have like some pretty big backyards. They'll just whip out a bounce house or a damn like water slide one for just like any time people are coming.
Just
over.
'cause.
They'll
It's
just
sundown.
order it. Some dude in a truck drops it off, comes and picks it up later. It's
Man.
just I think it's like $100. I don't know. It's like
Dare
it's
I
also,
say it?
like-
Kids these days.
Kids these days, but also like the alternative is like everyone on their iPads or everyone like
in the
defying death.
Yeah. Well, dude, you
Yeah.
ever climbed up one of those water ones? You ever climbed up the back of that motherfucker?
No.
It's not. Well, no. You know where you know the water one. You ever
I know exactly what
you
you're
ever been
talking
on one of those?
No.
I'll tell you, the climb up, it's no fucking treat.
the climb,
It's
dude.
really dangerous.
I would imagine because
It's so
doesn't
it's
it
like
get wet
well, it's
from
like
people
tw-
running
yeah,
up
and
it
it's
with
like
their
12
yeah.
feet tall.
It's wobbly.
There's no way to do it. There's not like inflatable stairs.
Yeah.
Which
There's no inflatable stairs.
no, you're climbing up a thing. It's
Oh.
fucking terrifying.
No, I was
you're
a
not
little fat kid. I
yeah,
couldn't
you're
do
not
that.
traversing up the back of it.
Yeah.
It's really gnarly.
I will say about my birthday is I'm October 23rd, so I always had some kind of like Halloween themed whatever.
Yeah.
Even if it was corny, it was like kind of nice.
Yeah.
But I love my birthday and that time of year, and especially being in the Northeast so much that there's like deep emotional attachment
like,
to
fall?
like it's a little bit chilly, the leaves are changing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my soul now being away from it for the past like 14, 15 years, like I need it. Real
Did you
bad.
you got it you got to do your birthday at school though?
I wouldn't tell anybody about it.
Really?
Yeah.
The teacher wouldn't bring it up?
No, not really.
I've talked about this a few times. My birthday is July 26th. I was always so
That you didn't get school birthday.
unbelievably jealous.
Yeah.
Because I would have
Some loser in the middle of the line.
I would have relished in the idea of having my birthday at school.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
sometimes they would do a thing at like the end of the year, like they'd be like, "Oh, where's the summer birthdays?" And then it's me and fucking
Yeah.
everybody else.
You know, for somebody who was a musician and is now a comedian, a lot of attention makes me feel weird.
Yeah.
people ask me why I don't do like karaoke. Like I went to your sister's birthday and we were all doing karaoke and people were like, "You gonna go?" And I'm like, I can't do. I was in a band. I did it. I got my attention.
I don't love the attention aspect of a lot of things, but I think it comes off as that because I want to make my friends laugh more than anything.
That's great.
And so I'm like, but then even in Vegas where I was like, I'm gonna wear the most insane banana outfit. I was like, because I know that walking downstairs and my friends seeing me in this full banana safari suit, they'll be like, what the fuck?
That's fucking beautiful.
But then I didn't even really think about it, and then it was all day, all night. People were like, fucking electric.
Wait a second.
Go ahead.
No. That might be part of it. Bruce loves being cool to strangers. This is 100% literally when when we're in Colorado, we see these moose, right? Every person that's walking by, he's like, "There's a moose."
I want to be helpful.
You want to be helpful, but you're also the guy that told them about the moose.
Yeah, Bakersfield Steve Irwin.
Yeah, and some people were not into me telling about the moose. They looked at me like I was,
I've seen him.
Yeah, they thought they couldn't care less.
But no, it's one of the things that I love about you. You love being the guy.
Yeah,
but it's not. Okay, you actually could be correct because I don't want attention as like Mr. Funny Man.
Sure.
I don't want to be like, I'm actually a comedian. That's
the worst type of attention.
That's the worst type of
Serial
attention
killer.
you could ever get in your entire life.
Uber driver behavior.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoy being loud in public. I enjoy being
Well,
very.
you're your dad's son.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I wanted to call the kid Peckerhead
Double
with the
bubble.
binoculars. Double bubble. Yeah, being loud.
Peckerhead moose down there.
Should say Peckerhead, check it out.
And then you look at him and he has like woodpeckers on his antlers. Literal peckerhead.
Oh man. All right, should we wrap here?
Oh
kids?
yeah. Okay, so
Sorry,
Mike.
My eyes are watery. I was crying, laughing, so I was crying. That's the word.
Mike. Obviously, we all work in entertainment. If all of this went away, entertainment was no longer or comedy, I would say.
Your current way of life.
No longer an option. You can either work a job or you don't have to work a job at all. You have unlimited funds. Where would you do? What would you do? Where would you do? Where would you go? I
would be probably taking pictures in San Luis Obispo.
Ooh.
I'd be like selling art to local businesses in San Luis Obispo.
I love
like
San Luis Obispo.
On like that main strip, or just like having like a little shop that has your stuff in it?
I have this weirdo vision. I saw a building up there recently that had like little legitimate stained glass window, small. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if I could just get some kind of like photo editing suite, and out this window is cliff and ocean and trees, and then stained glass window with like sun pouring in, making the room all kinds of different colors. Like I wouldn't speak. I don't need to speak. I told Zoya, dude, I'm like, this is a little dark, but I've said this so many times. If Zoya, God forbid, passes away before me and no one can find me, it would be very easy to know the general. I will be in St. Louis Obispo. And either I will drive a car off a cliff, or maybe not because of pollution. Yeah. But I will jump off a cliff in St. Louis Obispo, or I will just be there, like making art and being
quietly.
And somebody was like, "There's a lot of Republicans up there," and I was like, "What makes you think I will be speaking to anyone? I will not be having
There's
friends."
also a lot of Republicans everywhere, but also
they're all over the place. Yeah. But it won't matter. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll just be at peace.
You'll either be dead or not speak.
Dead or
You'll
at
be
peace.
Quiet. Either way.
Does that sound so bad to be dead or at peace?
You're gonna take a vow of silence and and you just be like,
might as well. I've said so much stuff in my life.
Yeah,
I've sung it.
you tapped out.
No one needs more from me.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm all right.
Well, fuck. No one needs more. No one needs more from Mike Falzone is the title of this.
No. Also, follow me on Instagram.
Where I'll be talking.
No, this has been a blast. Please tell everybody where they can find you, and both Instagrams probably.
Sure. Yeah. My comedy Instagram is just Mike Falzone. And we need that. I'm sure you've gone over this on the show. We need that so bad.
More than anything.
Because people who are comedy adjacent and have all the money but no creative skill look to things like Instagram to see how many people they think will come to something that you do. So we need Instagram followers until that goes away. So Instagram, Mike Falzone, and then you can see my photography at Mike Faltography.
Wow.
Nice.
Do you have a acoustic guitar page? Mike Fowl guitar.
Mike Fowl acoustic.
Mike Fowl acoustic. You want it to be secret, so you point the camera the other way and sing into it.
Dude, all my music stuff is the same place on Spotify where you find all my comedy stuff. So it's just one. It's just one.
Like
good
so if I hit shuffle,
it's not good. It's not an enjoyable.
You're like Fred
You
Armisen.
have to really like me completely
as a human
to
being.
be able to stay on that shuffle for a long time.
So funny. All right, Bruce, where can the people find you?
Oh, it's at Bruce Gray, Gray, Bruce Gray Comedy. I'll see you out there.
And I am at This Is Kelly Ryan, KellyRyanComedy.com.
Terrific. Thank you, everybody. Shout out Aaron in the booth, all things comedy. Love you guys. Good night.